on the Secure Dynamics Minutecast, a past guest, Krishna Narayanaswamy, who is the co-founder and CTO at Netscope. Welcome, Krishna.
Oh, nice to be here. Thanks, Ashwin, for having me.
Absolutely. On this rapid round, so first question is looking at customers that you go around talking to, what, on average, what is their top priority that you're seeing on an average scale right now?
Yeah, I think the top priority, especially this year, since the past few months, right, has been trying to cope up with this remote work, this onslaught of remote work, right? Obviously, it was like they were like deer caught in the headlights. They never expected something like this, and so being able to adapt to this remote workplace and how the existing technologies that they had in place and solutions they had in place are falling apart. And constantly, that is the conversation I have. How do I get over that and be prepared to handle a situation like this?
Great. So segue that moving forward, again, obviously you're having conversations about, hey, what's coming up next? So again, projecting into 2021, again, broad brushing across the CISO community that you are engaged with, what are they looking at, things that are going to continue to be a priority, or new things that are emerging?
Yeah, so basically, again, continuing the same thought, right? In order to handle the remote workplace, so it's clear that most of the CISOs that I talk to who are pretty much forward-looking want to move their security controls to the cloud, right? And so they're trying to see how fast they can do that. And because they don't want to be dealing with all the lost productivity with trying to send their users back to the on-prem resources, right? So that's definitely a top priority even for going into 2021, where we will see more and more CISOs and enterprises moving the security controls to the cloud so that they can provide for an efficient end-to-end user experience for their users.
Got it. And last question, for the ones that look back, right? If I'm looking back 2020 and said, man, I came out ahead. So what are some of the best principles, practices? What are some of the ones that actually are able to give themselves a pat on the back saying, hey, we finally got this right? What were some of the principles? What are some of the practices they put in place so that others can learn from it also, looking back at 2020?
Yeah, so looking at 2020, some of the CISOs that have come out forward are the ones that that directly address this trend of remote workplace, making sure that users can directly go to the cloud. So they put some form of a client on the endpoint that will help tunnel the traffic to the cloud and provide security controls there. And the only reason that their users had to open a traditional VPN tunnel was for any existing applications that they had in their data centers, which anyway is coming down over time, right? More and more of the applications are moving to the cloud. And even there, we have the forward-looking CISOs are starting to adopt zero trust. They no longer want to provide network access. They want to provide specific app access. I wouldn't say that trend is still catching on.
Yeah.
And but nevertheless, for like SaaS and any of the other internet-facing services, like the CISOs who have come out in front are the ones that have embraced this shift and enabled their users to pretty much do split tunnel from their homes or wherever they are to get to the resources that they need to get to.
Excellent. Again, thank you for your time, Krishna. Looking forward to future conversations.
Yep, same. Thanks, Ashwin, for having me.